welcome to Everything is the Same Except, a podcast where we take any media we want, alter one thing about it, and then explore what would be affected by this one little change. I'm your host, Ninja.
I'm Cat Comic Studios.
Nanny.
Oh, right, me. Hi.
God damn it, every time.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just forgot. I forgot my name. I forgot what my Twitter profile is. I forgot everything. I think my name's Nami, and you can find me on Twitter at Nami Butch. But that's just a guess because I have a concussion right now and I don't remember it.
That's not true.
No. Hi, I'm Manny. Oh. I'm Manny, and I'm usually doing side tasks. Like right now, I'm gluing the teeth of a fursuit.
I told you to staff.
I'm not casting it anymore. It's not like I'm nearly done with it. It's fine.
This is going great. We have a concussed person and someone doing teeth.
You actually have a concussion?
No.
Oh, thank God.
You playing football?
That was a bit.
Thank God. Do you have, like, a second personality known as Zach? Because that'll tie in later.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Anyway, are we ready for the first topic of the night?
I'm
Yes.
so hyped.
The first one is Goofy movie, except they take a bus rather than a car.
Do they own the bus?
Oh, like the car trip, like a road, that big old road trip that they do, but they're on a bus this time.
Yeah, the sad one.
Is it like a public bus?
Yeah, I see it as like a public tour bus.
Like a
If you want,
coach
you
bus
can
type thing.
suggest that Goofy is the one driving it.
That would
And
lead
like
to change.
Max is just there because like, hey, Max can ride for free because he's
Yes.
like the son of like this dude doing the bus thing. So like it's fine. And Max is like, I want to go to the concert, Dad. And it's like, no, we're gonna stop and we're gonna go fishing.
You can't go fishing on a tour bus, though.
Oh, that's true.
What was Goofy's profession in that movie?
He was a retail dude,
Yeah, he worked at like
but he got
Target.
fired, I think.
I think, yeah, I remember him.
That's why I think
Yeah.
you could do like him working at a bus company as like part of the arc.
That works. True.
Yeah.
True enough.
Because it's like, then Max can't do this thing because no way is Goofy gonna leave his kid for like a month or something
Yeah.
like that at home alone.
Especially after that troubled stuff he was doing.
Yes.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive me
Yeah.
because my main like experience with Goofy movie is is the sequel, so I might get some
I've
detail.
never seen any of the Goofy.
Oh my God.
Oh,
They're
I remember
good,
that the
though.
first one's gotten really emotional moments.
Here's
Yep.
what I've seen, actually. I've
Go on.
seen a Christmas CGI version
What?
from a Christmas Mickey Mouse film. There was a part with like the Goofy movie group, right? But they were CGI. And that's all I know.
I mean, I haven't actually seen that. I distinctly remember watching the Goofy movie multiple times over. That's because I'm older.
Yeah. I'm baby, so
I mean, you could. I don't know. That was one of the movies I watched because there's nothing else to watch in my house.
Did they release it on DVD? Because I think VHS tapes were like a little
I
bit...
still have VHS tapes. Don't imply.
Yeah, it was on VHS. I know that for a
VHS
fact.
tapes.
Yeah, I realize you can still have VHS tapes at your age. I'm just saying, like, I feel like the mass amount of them was, like, a little bit before your time.
Oh yeah, they were. They're all from my parents.
Yeah.
Oh, my age is when things started going into
DVDs and stuff.
I
Disney Fast Play.
Yep. Skip through the menus. Just click this button. Or not menu. Yeah? Yeah, you skip through the menus and, like, the ads and just go directly to the movie.
Oh, that's a nice cheek part, actually.
Yes.
But yeah, a lot of the aspects of Goofy movie require that they have a car, because they're stopping at, like, a lot of these
like road
I'm
trip
just
areas.
gonna say it, shitty tourist traps, like not even ones that you're gonna learn about in like a guidebook. These are ones that were forgotten like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a really sad movie, from what I remember.
Because, like, the reason Goofy's taking Max to these is partly to, like, try and recapture the aspects of childhood that, you know, because he feels like he's separating from his child at this point.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit. Okay, kids are into this, right? I was into this. My son's probably still into it. Sure, let's go with okay. And then it's like it didn't work, and it's like,
It's
like
it's legit kind of. I don't think I appreciated it much as a kid, but it hits me harder as an adult now, thinking like, especially because I think I kind of relate to it a bit with my own father. He always tries to like relate to the stuff that I like, even though I can tell sometimes he's like he always tries.
Yep.
yeah.
But I always feel bad when it's like, I don't know how to explain this to you, but I'm very appreciative that you care.
No.
Like,
Fucking
one of the
saw and
big...
shit at 8 at night.
One of the big hard-hitting lines in it is, I want to have my own life, Dad. Yeah, I want you to have your own life, but I want to still be in it with... I still want to be in it, too.
So how's that waterfall scene? Because like he can't do the waterfall thing with like the rest of the tour bus because there's gonna be lawsuits, and he's definitely that could be how he loses the job. And
He kills many people.
No, that's not gonna kill him because like it's a feel good thing. Like it's gonna be like they're gonna be fine, but it's still kind of like. So you basically just tanked an entire goddamn tour bus. So you can't work here now. Bye. And that's how he loses that job. At the end of the movie.
I don't know. I'd love to see Goofy gets convicted of manslaughter.
Oh my
No!
God.
That
I
is
would-
not part of the. That's not part of the movie, though.
Yeah, you're right.
It's everything is the same except...
Yeah.
Goofy movie except Goofy commits manslaughter. No.
Jesus.
No.
Oh, no.
That's too dark.
No.
I don't want to do grim dark. I think I said this before. I don't want to do like grim dark accepts.
Yeah, those are kind of I mean, they're fun to dive into for like a second, but it's like we're lighthearted, we're fun.
They're putting me to the chair, Max. I'm sorry.
Oh
I
my
shouldn't
god!
No.
Yeah. No, like the movie's sad enough. Like you don't need to go grimdark because like on its own, it's already just a really powerful thing. Like I do genuinely agree. Going grimdark would ruin it.
But I do also think that like a power line, like the end power line thing, but with an entire fucking tour bus of like old ladies helping him get in. Cause that's
That's right. They would have like a different like way of doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know anything about the
think off
Goofy
the top of my head, but they would figure it out.
Like I think you'd also have to change a couple of the like destinations in it, just because you are dealing with like an entire bus full of people rather than
Yeah.
2 individuals.
Oh my god. That's.
I have to wonder. Do you think the bus could be full of like some of Max's classmates? That it could be like a school thing? Because I feel like that would provide a lot of opportunities for Goofy to embarrass Max further.
Oh, that'd be.
That's it. That's an option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like we got like the old people option, and then we got the actual classmates option. Maybe it's both. Like maybe each like
Take your old person to school day.
No, it's like one of those instances where like sometimes he's taking the old people, sometimes he's taking the students for something. It's like it's not set to one.
But
like,
it's like
week.
a road trip movie. It doesn't
Oh, that's
work
true.
if you're like switching out the cast.
That's true. So it probably would be the old people. That makes more sense. I feel like.
You could still have a couple classmates on there though.
Yeah. Like they're just volunteering for this old people thing.
Yeah.
It's
But
like-
like that's their grandmas.
Yeah.
And then you have that you get to see like maybe a different character dynamic develop where it's like, you know, trying to relate with your grandparents.
Mhm.
That could be a
I
good
think
angle.
that could work in the background, but I don't
Well,
think
yeah.
bogged down the main narrative between Max
Well,
and Goofy.
yeah. I'm just saying, like,
That's
Yeah.
that's an option.
It's another dimension that could be upon the
just
onion.
a little side plot just sprinkled in there.
Yeah.
Not the main dish, but little appetizer, little side dish.
But yeah, I feel bad for Nami because like I genuinely think that's one of the best films that came out of
Oh yeah.
Disney.
I kind of like. I've heard good things about it, so
Yeah.
I should watch it. And this
Yeah.
kind of makes me want to, just so I can like look
It's
back
okay.
on it. Like, oh, I get it.
It's okay. I still haven't seen Civil War, or what are some of the other like?
The Marvel one?
Yeah,
Don't worry, I don't remember anything from it.
I still
I
haven't
watched-
seen Into the Spider-Verse because I'm waiting for
That's a good movie.
What?
Please do.
that one. I'm
If you
waiting
see
for
any-
Roxy to come.
Okay, fair.
You
Oh,
see anything, you
like-
see that first, that's some good shit.
You can hold hands with her during the scary parts
There's scary parts.
of Into the Spider-Verse.
A little bit. But it's like not
Man,
it's like
no.
suspense.
It's like
That's
just
not
like really
scary.
intense.
That's
Not like horror movie scary, just like ooh, what
I was
a-
really scared for Miles when he got bit by that spider. Spoilers.
Shit.
scary parts of Into the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Just incredibly scary. That part in particular is so scary.
Like the part when they were doing graffiti and I was like, what if the cops see them?
Anyway, that's not the
What about the
Sidetrack.
scary parts of the Goofy movie? What? Well,
When they
That
almost
nightmare
die over a
sequence.
waterfall.
Oh, that part, yeah.
I mean, I was gonna go for the possum bit. That's kind of terrifying.
Ooh.
What possum? But I think I'm starting to remember what that is because like
The
I know that there's like
an
some
animatronic
animatronic
possum, and
ones.
then there's a guy in a possum costume.
Oh, that part was spooky.
Who's just like comes up to Max and is like, you
Hey
know,
there, kid.
Yep.
And it's like I'm
Oh, boy.
17.
I feel like I should review these movies before we do the podcast. Or
Where's
not
the fun
like
in
let's watch them again rather.
I don't want you
Well, what's the
wasting
fun
like.
in knowing about things before we do them?
Yeah.
Well, because if you know, because Nami, I feel bad because you're basically sitting in the corner like, yep, I'm sure that was a great movie, and it's like, I feel like
No, I can like get it. I'm enjoying listening to you guys talk excitedly about things. That's how I am constantly.
Yeah, that's me with like other stuff. So like we'll like at some point we'll get to a thing that I haven't actually seen, and I'll just be sitting there like, this is nice.
Yeah.
I like listening to you guys.
I mean, that was me with Warrior Cats. Remember? Like, I was doing
Yeah.
Warrior Cats, and you guys are just like, well,
what the
dogs
fuck
are
is a
nice.
Warrior Cats?
I mean,
Cats.
Gage at least knew it, and I was just sitting there
Yeah.
like, the fuck is a warrior cats? Is this a warrior cats?
See,
Hold up a
that's
possum.
what's happening right now. All three of you have seen the movie, and I'm like, wow, Goofy good.
He is. But I mean, this also means that we could just make up scenes and then
You'd be like, yeah, that's
Yeah.
that track.
saves it.
You know, the part of the movie where like two lesbians make out, and it's just they're like,
No, that was the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
That was your experience with
Yeah.
the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Oh, memories.
Find out in the bonus content if you subscribe to Patreon. No,
Yeah,
we don't have Patreon.
Whenever we have that, which will probably be like another 5 years.
Ninja secretly tapes everything we say before we record.
Yep. Absolutely everything.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to think, because, again, it's been a while since I've seen Goofy movie.
Yep.
But I know that they're going to, like, a bunch of different locations.
Yep.
How else do you think the bus would change the events? Because it does mean that it's a more public thing, which would be the main thing that I gather,
Okay.
as opposed to just a car.
So
Mm, yeah.
the two main things I can think of is there is a map changing scene in which Max takes a marker and alters their end course, and he does not tell Goofy this.
Oh, that's a
And,
point.
like,
Yeah.
It's a big, like, realization thing when Goofy's like, oh shit, the math been changed.
I remember that being very dramatic when I saw it.
Yep.
That was like...
And then there's also the motel scene with Pete.
And his kid.
Yep. Which I feel
Wait,
is...
was that the one where they were in the sauna?
Yes.
He's just like, hey, you know, like, your kid's probably untrustworthy. Why don't you check the map? Like,
And Goofy's
just
like...
check. It's like, no, of course not. But then his suspicions get the better of him. Cue dramatic moment. And then that whole scene where he's just sitting in the car like a grump. And Max
he
is like,
wants Max
so...
to admit it, but he won't.
No.
And Max is just like, so, how's they... Like, so, you enjoying yourself? And he's just like, no. Salty.
It would have been
That was
nice
a meme.
if Goofy could have dropped just one F.
I feel like
I
he
mean,
would
like,
have said it to Pete.
justified.
Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
Pete, you goddamn bastard. How dare you suggest that my child is not perfect? Go fuck yourself.
He's a single widowed dad.
Yep.
Like, of course he's gonna be, like, defending his son.
Yep.
Sit on it and spin, Pete.
Oh my god.
God, like, you can just break into that voice in, like, a second, and it's like, God. Throws me off every time.
I could just... You know, I run tabletop games. I could just make a character that has a Goofy voice.
No.
No.
You want to try and keep that up the whole session? Multiple sessions over?
I'll take that challenge. But anyway, hold on.
That's why I make my characters have, like, frickin' voices that are similar to mine. Just, like, one level of
I can't wait for
difference.
the main villain of Bertha Color to have a fucking Goofy voice.
Yeah, there you go. So wait, but hear me out. How do we feel about angry swear Goofy though?
I don't.
No.
Big fan.
He feels like even
You're
if
right.
he
That's more of a
had...
Donald thing.
Yep.
Yeah, yes, Donald absolutely curses his brains out, but you can't hear a single word he's saying.
Goofy only
Yeah.
He's just like-
swears when he's really pissed.
He's the precision F strike guy that, like, you
Yes.
hear him curse, oh god, terrifying.
I
You
feel
really
like
messed
Mickey
up.
is the one that, like, swears once in a while. It's not, like, a big deal, but he doesn't do it enough. So anytime you hear it, you're just like, Mickey! No!
That's like me swearing.
And then
When
when
I'm in
Donald
public.
curses, it's just, like, F-bombs every, like, third sentence.
mean,
Unless
he's
he's
a
with
sailor.
his kids. Unless
Yeah.
he's with his kids. Then he's like,
Yes.
no.
Then he's very, very, like, you know, he's good at keeping himself good in public, but as soon as he's home alone, or if he's, like, with the other adults, curses like a sailor.
Yep.
I'm glad that Donald has that respect, but let's be real. Huey, Dewey, and Louie, especially in the new continuity, they know the F word.
Yes, but he would still, like, calm it down a bit.
Yeah.
He's probably said it, like, you know, hurting himself once in a while, but he doesn't, like, say it just to sprinkle it on conversations as much as if he's with just adults.
Right.
You know, this isn't the way that I expected this particular everything that is the same except to go, but, you know.
This
If
is
you
how it
like
happens.
that.
We go on tangents.
Yep.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's not a bad idea. It's just a different take.
Yep.
It's not like
Yes.
super. It's not like absolutely buck wild. It's like, oh no, they go to the moon instead. But it's also, it's not a bad idea.
It's a goofy idea. You almost said that. I thought you was gonna say.
There you go.
No.
You can get this dude gold teeth. That's what I need to do.
I think a fucking Goofy movie, just literally called a fucking Goofy movie, just like that is one of the sequels. Like if Disney decided they didn't care anymore.
Just like, fine, fuck it. Here's the Goofy movie. Here you go.
A really
Happy
fucking
now.
Goofy movie. I'm sorry, there's something about the idea of such an innocent character like Goofy just having a potty mouth that's so intrinsically entertaining to me. I'm sorry.
That's like it's like my characters who are like happy-go-lucky cats who don't know what swears are, but they like just what if I'm actually swearing? Is like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have much else to add, but like,
Yeah.
We just nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, then we ready
that's
for
all
the
I have.
next one?
Bring it.
Boy.
All right, next one is Deadly Premonitions, except it is Murder, She Wrote ripoff rather than Twin Peaks.
Hold on, one more
Can you
time.
repeat that?
So Deadly Premonitions.
Okay.
Okay.
The
Let's look
original
up-
game is a Twin Peaks ripoff, so it's going off with like the exact same plot. It's very similar characters. So that, like, you know, still this sort of dramatic setting and everything, except Murder, She Wrote, which is old lady goes around a small town where there just keeps being murders, trying to solve it, and it's like a one-off thing.
Oh, I love that.
Are you familiar with Deadly Premonition, Nami?
No,
God,
I like murder.
I just I
I
saw
like murder.
I just saw bits of it and I was like, okay, this is weird.
All right, I guess we're
Like,
gonna have
all
to.
of this sounds really familiar. I know what Twin Peaks is. I know what Murder, She Wrote is. Heard of Deadly Premonition.
Okay, so Gage and I are gonna have to go over the basic premise of Deadly Premonition to explain
Yeah.
this.
Oh boy.
Okay, so Deadly
Okay.
Premonition is, what was it? I think
Is it
Xbox?
a video game?
Yeah, it's
It
a
was
video
released
game.
in
It's
2010.
PS Move.
PS Move.
God.
I mean, that's what the one I saw with the two best friends playing it. That's the one you liked me.
What? Anyway.
Oh no, just for the intro sequence or something.
Oh wait, isn't that the one that's coming out on the Switch?
Yep.
It's currently out
that's
on the
what I
Switch. The sequel's
Okay.
coming out for the Switch later.
So it's based on Twin Peaks? I didn't know that.
Uh,
Yes.
More or less. Like, it's very heavily based off of it, yes.
Yes.
Okay. I like the Murder, She Wrote version because I think old ladies should be in games more.
Oh, okay.
There
It
are
was
old ladies.
originally
Ladies.
going to be for Xbox, but it ended up coming out for the Xbox 360
Yeah.
because that's
Huh.
how long it was in development.
Yeah, it's a
Damn.
pretty... The game is, like... So you follow Agent Francis York Morgan,
Good
and-
name.
Wow.
and he basically is going around this town of, I think, Greenvale, is it? I think it's called?
Yep.
And he's trying to solve the murder of this 18-year-old. And there's like seeds and symbolism, and everyone in the town is a weirdo. And it's just I'd recommend just like looking up some of the opening cutscenes, and I think like if that doesn't entice you to want to see more of this whack ass game, like I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard good things. So,
Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces.
It's very much a you'll love it or you'll hate it sort of thing.
mm,
But I adore it.
no.
But yes, okay, so your version, Ninja, is that it's... Wait, so it's an old lady trying to solve the murder, or it's an old lady doing the murder?
So,
I'm not familiar with Murder, She Wrote.
Old lady solving. The old.
Yeah,
I think I know the
solving.
formula because like they have. My mom watches Hallmark Channel quite often, and like I think they have like a newer version with like a middle-aged woman with a college-bound son or something doing basically the same thing. She's like this antique lady that like just somehow gets involved in all of these murders.
And then she
Like-
takes her son on a road trip.
Yes,
But,
it's
like,
a crossover.
That's basically Murder, She Wrote from what I can tell. Like, it's the same formula. Like, this old lady who, like, really has no business in solving murders just somehow gets involved in every one of these things.
Can the old lady still be a weirdo?
Sure.
Yes. I feel like that would feed into it very well, but it's also just like... Come on, you have to admit York being an old lady is a lot, like, more fun in a
that
way.
is more fun.
She still
have
starts
nothing-
off, like, typing on a laptop and smoking and calling on the phone in the car.
Yep.
like that idiot does in the car in the rainstorm. Because
I
that's what
mean-
you do in a car.
To be fair, that's actually more of an old lady behavior.
Yeah,
I
because they're
think
like,
the
I don't understand. I didn't need these newfangled car laws when I was young. Why should I need them now? I
think
can
the
drive.
I think the thing is that since York is like just like a middle-aged white dude, like he can very easily get away with that. And I feel like
Oh, she could be like,
It would-
oh, I'm just a senile old lady.
yeah. And I
Oh,
just feel like it
dear.
would be refreshing if it's like, hey, like what if an old lady does this whack shit too?
Yep.
And she could like that could be her thing too. Like that would be her like, oh, I must be going senile. I'm sorry. I wandered into this murder scene. It's fine. Oh dear. Oh bother. I'm gonna write some notes. I mean, oh no, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
I
That's
also hope that she still has her Zach, if you know.
Yeah.
There's like a thing where she's like, isn't that right, Zach?
Yeah.
The
Just
bit that I
talking to
saw.
someone.
And then talking to himself, just like, isn't that right, Zach? So like she has the exact same thing. From what I've seen of
And
that.
she would also have the love interest of the deputy sheriff, Emily Watt.
Hell yeah.
Maybe a little older, just for the
Hell
sake
yeah.
of it, but still. Give me lesbians.
Yes, I agree with this totally.
That's the best part about switching with an old lady, because automatically get lesbians, because it's always the middle-aged white dude. Emphasis on the dude part, and it's like the hot, sexy lady that's like the happens to be deputy or something, and it's like, oh, look at that love interest. But now it's like old lady with a somewhat younger lady deputy. Hell yeah.
I also do like the idea of like you can just kind of drive around the town and just like run shit over.
That'd be
Again.
so fun.
Old lady behavior. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Air quotes, because she's actually pretty sharp. It's like when I play Saints Row, the odd time I've played it, or any sort of game similar to it. I can't drive to save my life. I smash into walls.
Are we just inventing like an older, weirder Nancy or Nancy Drew?
I guess. I mean, you did say that this game was a knockoff of Twin Peaks, so why can't this game be a knockoff of Nancy Drew? Just weird.
Murder, She Wrote.
That's
Nancy
yes.
Drew.
Well, it's kind of. I think Nancy Drew's. I don't even know that one. I think it's about the same formula, but like a younger person.
Yeah, but Nancy Drew does sometimes have more like supernatural elements to it.
And
I haven't actually read
Deadly
Nancy Drew, I
Premonition
don't know.
does it?
No, I'm saying compared to Murder, She
Murder,
Wrote.
She Wrote.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I mean, there's still gonna be like weird zombie people, aren't there?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
because we're not gonna change that. We're just changing it.
You still gotta have the like shitty gameplay from from Deadly Premonition.
Yep. Still gotta have the raincoat killer,
Yes, obviously.
who, according to the folklore, kills only when it rains. Wait, is this just heavy rain again? No.
No.
I mean, listen, what's stopping us from like mixing and matching what we want to do? You know, we could do that.
Hmm.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. There were
Listen,
some
okay.
supernatural elements supposed to be in that game, but then they didn't do it.
Yeah, because fucking someone at the company had the nerve to tell what's his nuts, hey, this is stupid.
To be fair, though, I think it actually would have, like, it wouldn't have helped it a whole lot.
But it would
But-
have been fun.
It would have filled a plot hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go stupid, go crazy. Like, who cares?
Yeah, I mean that's Deadly Premonition. It's delightfully stupid, I will say.
Yep. It's on
But I think
Switch
that's
now if you want to go pick it up, anyone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is
I'm
not a
f-
paid advertisement.
That's the
Oh, that's-
thing. I feel like if you mix the weirdness of Sweary with David Cage, like you'll get something unique out of it. You can't deny that.
No. Because, okay, you give David Cage, like, weird supernatural elements, And then he makes what was his first game? What was his first game?
Omicron?
No, the other one.
Omicron Persea 8.
Fahrenheit?
Yeah, you get either Fahrenheit or Beyond Two Souls, both of which are absolutely awful games. Just absolutely bullshit. Boring.
But that's the thing. Like, Fahrenheit, it's awful, but at least to me, it's an entertaining kind of awful.
Gage.
Yes. I will defend...
The bugs, Gage. The bugs
yes,
had no point, Gage.
It's whack.
Gage. The bugs had no point. There was no point to the
Neither did the black dude, but that's a complaint that I have. It's like, he was the best character, and yet he was pointless. And that's, like, really frustrating, because it's like, it's already David Cage, so you know it's going to be done poorly.
It was a boring game, Gage. There are some fun parts, but overall, it's boring, Gage.
Yeah, that's why you don't play it. You watch it instead.
Even watching it, like, I zoned out a good chunk of it just because it's a lot of, like, talking and then button prompts, and you're bored. The dance sequence, Gage.
This is so fun.
And Beyond Two Souls is extremely boring.
I will grant you that one. Beyond Two Souls is boring as hell.
So boring. I only remember the Chinese submarine part.
Chinese underwater ghost base.
Which is offensive.
Yes.
And stupid.
Yes.
And then the ending part, which also is stupid, where it's just like, it's better to take your life and be with your loved ones than, actually do anything useful. And it's like, that's.
But this is what I'm saying here. If you add sweary to David Cage, do you think that could make it better? Or if not better, at least, like, if you threw an Agent York in and just had him replace one of the characters from Heavy Rain. Yeah?
It takes
Potentially. Like, at the very least, the gameplay is, buck wild enough.
25 would be enough.
It's stupid and sometimes a little boring gameplay-wise, but, like, story-wise, there isn't really a beat where it's just like, oh. Meanwhile, if you're watching Heavy Rain, it's like, why the fuck are there ninjas in this girl's apartment? Like, it's not even like a, ooh. It's more of a, what the fuck? The fuck is going on? Who cares?
That's the great thing, though, because I feel like if you mix sweary and David Cage, I feel like they are going... If there's, like, a dull moment, I feel like the other one would step in and, like, fix it. Or, throw in some way. Yes.
Not boring, but interesting.
Yes. But that's what I love about Heavy Rain is that I don't give a rat's tits about Ethan, or whatever the dude's name is. I don't even care, but...
I think it's Ethan?
It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't.
When you get down to it. But...
David Cage, protagonist.
Yes.
3.
I don't give a shit about David Cage, protagonist, but there is something so entertaining about how much I don't care about his problem, and then him just like, oh no, now I gotta drive on the wrong side of a highway, and I'm just sitting here like, this is dumb. Oh, I don't even care. And I mean, like, yeah, his son will drown, but at the same time, like...
Oh my god. I tuned out for like a second and I came back and he's just gonna drown though, and then it's like, what? Goodness.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
The origami killer could team up with the fucking raincoat killer.
We're only useful when it's raining.
Exactly.
But listen, when you combine them, if it's raining out, y'all better stay inside, I'm just saying.
I stay inside all the time.
I mean, the one kid was inside when he got kidnapped, which just begs more questions, like, how the fuck did he get in the house?
Yeah.
With the power of the rain, duh.
Yeah. It was raining inside, obviously.
That's what I call showering. Indoor rain.
I mean, the main David Cage protagonist was an architect, so it's not like out of the question that he designed a house where it's like, hey, I put a hole in the ceiling so the rain could get in. Don't worry, there's a pool under it. That can't go wrong.
It's like one of those, is it called sunlights, or what is it? Where, like, you have this light that's on your roof, and it's meant to just bring in, like, some natural light.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Like a sunroof.
Yeah, except for your house, not your car.
Yeah.
So it's like that, except I've done it for rain, because who doesn't like some rain on them? It's not like that's the whole reason we created roofs. I am a very good man, and also somehow my kid died even though I threw myself in front of the car.
I cut off my hand. I cut off like fingers so I could save my son. Why? I got a hot knife in here. Guess I gotta do it. I guess I gotta do it. Feel sad for me.
I think you can
Don't feel
actually,
too-
like,
We
not
just
do
jumped
the
into
stupid
heavy rain
ones and
again.
still win.
All of
It's
our
fine.
conversations just turned into heavy rain.
Heavy rain part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Actually,
Heavy
I wonder if you can finish the game by just flat out not following any of the clues.
In heavy rain.
Yeah.
So I think that there is like something for that. Like if you, as far as I'm aware, if you decide not to do like any of the whack shit that the origami killer tells you to do, like the whole purpose to doing it is that you get parts of an address, and I think that you just don't get those.
And your son just dies.
I think that I mean that's a possibility, but I think that there are multiple characters, so other characters can get some clues.
But what if you just avoid it entirely?
If you just fucking
You're just like,
leave
no,
your
screw
son to
this.
die.
Yeah, just like screw this. I don't want to deal with this. I'm done.
I
can
actually don't know. I don't think I've seen an ending where you just legit basically tell your leave your son to die in a tunnel or whatever.
Sean.
That would actually be. I mean,
I'm actually seeing if that's one of the possible endings.
I'm not saying okay. I won't say that David Cage protagonist is a shitty dad.
But he's a shitty dad. He tries his best.
Okay, how many trials do you have to complete? So there's 5 trials in total.
Phantom's gonna have a cool mouth. He's got like a dog looking mouth now.
Okay, sorry, Discord just shit itself for a hot second. But yes, like, I don't think he, like, I wouldn't necessarily blame a parent for not wanting to cut off their hands to save their kid. Like, it's a
true.
fucked up situation, like, all in all. And I don't remember what the justification is for, like...
You can do none of the trials and still pass it if you have Madison help you figure out where the actual address is.
Oh,
That's very funny.
just like, hey,
Yeah.
hey, Maddie, can you help me out with this? It's like,
So it's just like he keeps going to locations, gets to the weird ass shit, and he's like, nope, chickening out.
bye.
Nope, chickening out.
Screw this.
Nope.
And then the hot lady does all the work.
Yep. And gets
Ah,
none of the
yes,
credit.
David Cage.
Okay, but I think it's even funnier if he goes through all that bullshit, but then Madison finds the answer anyway, like, much more easily.
And you just see him like all like messed up, and he's just like, "Oh, you don't say." Great.
No, I cut off my hand to save my son, but sure, you just looked in a phone book. Alright, I guess I'll go fuck myself.
No, the thing is, in the game, okay, if he completes all 5 trials, he will be able to go right away.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. You can't complete all of them and have Madison help you. You have to get either fewer than
Oh, so
3
that's your
of them,
backup. Okay.
or get the wrong address.
Heh.
So what's the next prompt?
Yeah, I'm
think
sorry
you
that
exhausted
I totally
this one.
derailed it, but it's... I don't know about... I guess my brain was like, I don't know about Murder, She Wrote, but isn't it funny that Heavy Rain and Deadly Premonition so on?
Yep. It's fine. I mean, sometimes we just go on these tangents for the entire time.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Does anyone actually have any like Murder She Wrote thoughts?
Murder, she thought! Murder, she thought.
If she murder, she a thought.
That is not what I was thinking at all, but that also sounds good.
I like this retelling of Murder, She Wrote.
Bitch, yes, and she's right.
God.
You ever been murdered by
Murder,
by that hoe over there?
Anyway, on to the final one, which is the Cat in the Hat movie, except without the weird neighbor subplot.
There was a neighbor subplot?
So the whole thing is like, oh no, this gross neighbor is gonna send me off to military camp and also fuck our mom.
Wait.
Yeah.
Why?
That was I
the
do not remember that in the movie in
neighbor-
the slightest.
You don't remember that from the movie?
I remember
No.
there being a threat of like the boy would be sent off to military camp, but I didn't remember that as so. It's like the neighbors like trying to bang
Yes.
their mom.
Yes.
Effectively.
Okay.
Oh.
The neighbor
I
is a
didn't watch
gross
that.
man
You know
who
what's
sits
funny?
at home all day, like picking at his belly button. He'll just come over in like a suit to try and convince the mom to take the kid to military camp, and then go back over there and pick at his belly button. That's
Pick
all
at
he
his
does.
what?
Okay.
They have like a whole scene
Well-
of him just sitting there gross and picking at his belly button. That's why I keep going back to it, because it's like, it's imagery I cannot get removed from my brain.
It sounds like you just want that scene gone.
Yeah, take that scene out for starters. It's
mean,
funny
yeah,
because like
it doesn't
I
exist.
haven't actually seen this movie that much.
I remember this movie. I just don't remember.
Maybe you blocked that out.
Yeah.
Like here's the thing.
Yes.
Like Ninja, I'm sure you recognize the fact that like getting rid of that's not going to make it a good movie by any stretch.
Okay, it actually changes a lot of the film, though, because
Okay, go
Oh yeah,
on.
right. Because like their whole freak out of like, oh shoot, what if mom finds out would be the military school threat.
yes, but there's also the fact of, okay, so there's a lock on this box of weird stuff that Thing 1 and Thing 2 come out of. The dog ends up having the lock on its collar, and the neighbor steals the dog.
Oh.
So that's why they have to go into the city to like try and track down this dog that the neighbor has stolen.
How do you remember this?
Yeah, the Cat in the Hat movie's a trip. That's all I remember from it.
I saw the movie a lot as a child because I thought that the cooking scene was very funny.
Oh,
And
that's
when you're a child, you will watch a movie over and over, even
For
if it's
one
just
particular
one good
scene.
Yes.
I apparently did that with Jungle Book. I don't know what scene it was, but I have been told that when I was younger, I watched the hell out of one particular scene. So I totally relate to that.
Okay. I was a big Mike Myers fan when I was younger. I'll just say it. I'll admit it. I loved Austin Powers.
It's okay. I was a big blue collar comedy fan as a child, so you're
Same.
valid.
I don't
And then I
know.
stopped listening to them for a while, and then I was like, oh god.
Yeah.
Like a
Jesus
lot of
Christ.
things, honestly.
Yep.
So, okay, but if we take the weird neighbor subplot out, so then the movie, like, the kids are still little shitheads, I
Yes.
think.
Yes.
Would it not just be replaced with some new threat, though?
Right, and you'd actually get some more fucking character development because, okay, hear me out, The
Go on.
whole thing is like, oh, this kid's a troublemaker, this one is too, by the books planning.
Yes.
Neither of them actually work on that aspect of themselves within the film a whole lot. Like, it's just kind of said, they go on this wacky adventure, and then it's like, haha, you're both better now. And it's like,
It's
No.
not demonstrated.
yeah, you need the character development to get that kind of ending. You can't just say it. You gotta show it. You gotta be an artist. You gotta be a writer. You gotta
Show but not
work-
tell.
You gotta work on
That's
that
comic
shit.
101. Show but not tell.
I
Yep.
don't think that I do wish that movie was made by people that cared a little about the source material.
Yeah, to be fair, they did do like a Universal Studios plug in the like climax of the movie.
Wow.
You could just keep saying these things and like, I believe you, but you could also be lying and I wouldn't know because that movie
Yeah.
was just weird.
Okay, what about the
I-
part where the Cat in the Hat grabs a photo of the mom
Oh
and
no.
goes like, ooh, and keeps pulling it down as if it is a pinup? His hat goes up, and then the
Yep.
kids say,
This
"That's
sucks.
my mom." He
Yes.
folds it up, and he goes, "Oh."
Yep,
This is
that
bad.
was
I
a
don't
scene.
like
That was a
this.
scene.
I don't remember that scene. I actually no. I'm the one. I haven't actually watched this movie, so like
You haven't
that part
watched
would have just made me cringe a little bit.
Mm.
I've seen it on TV intermittently, but just never like looked into it because this is like, oh, that's secondhand embarrassment incarnate. No, thank you.
I remember the flaming toilet.
Yeah.
I
Do
Oh,
you remember the Chinese stereotype? What? Okay. Why are there more
No.
Chinese stereotypes? Like there was one. We just said it in Beyond Two Souls. Now there's one in Cat in the Hat. It's the babysitter. Like she
oh my god. Oh.
she turns on
right.
Chinese Parliament and is like saying in broken English, yes, you show him no more big government.
What the fuck?
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't. I mean, I guess
What the fuck?
sounds fake, but okay.
It is
Why-
real.
Oh no, it's real. I'll
It is
show you.
real.
It's real.
I am not
What?
showing this in the podcast,
Fuck.
but if you want to look it up, dear
Yeah, I'll
viewer, just do it yourself. I'm not linking this. I
I remember that. I remember that character now.
Yeah.
I remember seeing previews for it because I watch a lot of cartoon channels, but I don't remember actually. I don't think I've actually watched it.
Just there was a lot. There was the song about a cat getting its balls cut off, so that was a thing.
What?
It
Like, this section isn't even everything is the same, except it's just like you
This
saying
happened?
things about this movie, and then we're like, what? Hello?
So there is a part in which the Cat in the Hat gets into a Jaquita banana outfit, which is the best way I can think to describe it, shakes his fake titties, and
I
sings
don't
a
like
song
that.
about a unruly cat who gets his balls cut off.
Yeah, but isn't the joke that they'll like censor one of the words or something? Or
Yes, they don't
Yeah.
actually say balls.
But it's very obvious
Yes.
for the adult viewers.
Yes.
'cause-
And he
How can a
still
movie
does
with comedy
shake
like
his
this
titties.
fail?
Like, he grabs his fake boobs and does the wiggle. And it's like, was that necessary? Is this someone's fetish? The answer to both
yes.
The answer to the first question is no. Answer to the second one is definitely. Definitely.
I mean, if it isn't, it some person figured that out. Watching that, just like, that's mine now.
No.
The
All of
part
this
that I
sucks.
remember.
Figure out weird shit.
The
about
part
yourself.
that I watched it over and over for, though, was this cooking part where the Cat in the Hat has a machine that will make anything into delicious food. And so there's two hosts to it. You have the Cat in the Hat as himself, and then, like, this really chipper, blonde, also Cat in the Hat character. So he's like, it'll make anything into delicious... I think delicious cupcakes, was it? And the
I
other
think
cat's
it
like...
was framed like an infomercial, right?
Yeah, and the one cat's like, anything, 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 anything. Listen, You shut up right now or I will end you and I'll make it look like a bloody accident. And then he like chops down a knife on the table. And the kids are like in the audience with the other Cat in the Hat, who's just like is the Cat in the Hat, and they're like, "Cat!" Like, what? Your tail! My tail! And he like picks it up and he realizes it's in 2 pieces and he goes, "Son of a and then it goes to like,
Oh, like a set, like one of those things where they cut from like they're about
Yep.
to curse, but
Yeah.
some sound effect or something just cuts them right off.
Yep.
I love that stuff. That's my favorite thing to do.
See, Ninja, I think the thing is, like, the problem with it is that, like, I don't feel it's something that works in live action.
It needs to be animated. It
I mean,
always
there's no point in doing it in live action because it's so, like, complex and, like, wacky and just, like, it would be impressive, I guess, if you do, like, a lot of, like, real life special effects or stuff
Practical
moving
effects.
around, but there's no way they would have done it.
I think the main problem is they were trying to make it into a feature-length film and add a
Yes.
bunch of really, 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 really awful elements to it.
Yes. But, like, that's, yeah, I would guarantee there's, like, a half-hour version that does the story well, and, like, it's always so frustrating. It's like, okay, here is this thing done very well,
Yeah.
and now you have some motherfuckers over in the corner like, yeah, but we can still make money off of it, so live action version?
Like, okay. On a similar tangent, I think they could have done The Grinch in live action. I think, like, there's enough to it, and the costumes
Yeah.
and everything were really nice.
Yeah.
It's
And
just
I like-
the
that was a
tone
nice-
they took with it was absolutely garbage.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because they made, like, the entire town just cynical assholes, basically. Like, you didn't get this, like, everyone is chipper and happy, and it just annoys the Grinch to no end, because everyone is just kind of, ha-ha, in their own little world, and he's like, the world fucking sucks, you dicks! Because
But in this
everyone
movie,
is, like,
everyone's kind of an asshole.
yeah, everyone's kind
Except
of
for
an
Cindy
asshole.
Lou.
Yep. And it doesn't work with the original story, because, like, the whole point is the Grinch is supposed to see, like, oh, the world actually can be a happy place. Part of it is just my outlook on this thing. But
Yeah,
it's, like, legitimately, people are assholes to him, they're bullies, and there's a lot of weird sexual aspects to it. Why the fuck was that in the Grinch?
Because they had because I'm pretty sure half of these movies' creation was so they could fulfill someone's weird fetish.
Who was
You
on
look at the
staff
Cat
for
in the
that?
Hat and you tell me otherwise.
Like, that's, like, I know, like, people are saying, like, like, all the, like, oh, yeah, we got those furries with, like, the weird thing going on, but it's like, no! They would actually think of more tasteful things than that, honestly. Like, yes,
Yeah.
there's some weird shit out there, but, like, they would present
Nobody
it
was getting their
better.
rocks off to Mike Myers.
Someone probably is, Gage.
I don't want to
Yeah.
meet that person. Unless you are
Sure as hell
literally
ain't.
married to Mike Myers, I don't want... It's...
Mike Myers could have been one man's gay awakening. You don't know, Gage.
I feel very sorry for that person.
It's just you have good taste in men, Gage. It's not like everyone does.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but who wants their fucking sexual awakening to be the man who voiced Shrek?
Hey, that's rude to Shred.
Yeah.
Good point. Phantom, you have stuff on your teeth.
It's just, yeah, it doesn't work as a full-length film. Like, that's...
One guy had his whole thing be Garf head Pam body. Are you surprised? Are you surprised there might be someone who likes Mike Myers, Gage?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, I vaguely remember that.
God,
My
that
Like,
brings
someone
back memory.
mentioning that.
Oh, I remember that. That's my
Is that
brother.
an
brother and
Yes, yes.
That's why I remember it.
Yep. So yeah, it could be like that, Gage. Okay, we need to like switch gears soon. I don't
It's
like
just-
where this is going.
It's not look, like it's just. I think yeah, you kind of had it on the head. Like, it didn't. If you make a full length film out of it, like, it necessitates like adding a bunch of bullshit. When the original book, it's like, what, like 30 pages maybe,
Yeah.
and it's like limerick length on every page. Like, it's
Yeah.
not something that you can really make a full movie out of it. And there's no reason to. It doesn't make it better.
I think you could make a full movie out of it, but you still have
Yeah.
to tonally you have to keep it the same. So like, just this whimsical fun thing of these kids realizing like, oh, it's okay to have fun, but you also
Yeah.
have to be responsible with your fun.
Yeah, you're right. You could do it longer in a way that's still like you could focus on the characters more
me
and
out.
like how they evolve.
Hear me
Yeah.
out. Okay, so we have the main conflict of like the box is the thing changing their house. I don't like how quickly they solve that. Hear me out. What if you have it where like the box sort of encapsulates the town? So at first they're like pretty chill with the fact that like, oh, this is spilling, chaos and fun into our house.
Mhm.
But it
It's just
gets
a
to the
house.
point where it's like, no, we can't have a world full of chaos. We can't have a world that is just fun. You need some order and control in the world in order for it to fully function.
You need balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Like that'd be a good way to like scale it up, but still keep to the like idea of the original story.
Yes.
Yeah. So that way you don't have that weirdo with like the military school shit. You just have, oh no, we have to fix the town.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right,
Like the
fair enough.
kids end up taking responsibility for it because it's like, oh, we're the ones that kind of wanted this to happen in the first place. We wanted a fun day, but we took it too far. We have to fix this.
Sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, everyone else is just being too wacky right now because of the influence of the box. It essentially is like a Pandora's box.
But like a kid
That's a
version.
weird way to think about it, but yes, you are not wrong.
But you have to admit, that would be, like, a good plot for it rather than just,
Yeah.
like, oh, this box is sort of a side thing. Let's throw that out for all these other wacky, fun side plots.
Like functionally, the movie was just a Mike Myers vehicle.
Yes.
It was just Mike Myers fucking dancing around for hour and a half, and
Yeah.
like it wasn't about the kids. It's been a while since I've seen Cat in the Hat, but I'd like to think that. Actually, no, I don't think the kids were very well defined in that.
Nope.
And well, there you go, another missed opportunity. It's like the movie could have developed them, but yeah, they didn't do that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, you'd have one, it's more centered on the kids. But does that then make Cat in the Hat like a chaos entity? I know Clocky's not here, so we can't go into Eldritch beings, but kind of.
I mean,
He turned into a cat because that's the only thing these kids could process. Because if he turned into anything else, it'd be like if he turned to his true form, they would get their eyes burned out of their sockets or like some crazy like mind wipe or something like that.
No,
So
he's
he's
just
like,
here's my true form, and they're like, no, that's far too silly. Go back to the other one.
Oh, like off screen.
like
That's
here's
real
your
fun.
true form. Like this is my true form, and it's like a silhouette shot. It's like, and they're just like
the God
looking
scream of my shadow.
at...
And they're just like, no, that's too silly. Go back.
I like that.
I love that stuff. Like just like the scene of just like like you look at. You can't be that creepy. I mean, like, here, look at this hood off. It's totally fine, absolutely fine looking.
I
But that
do
would-
love the idea of
Yeah.
of the fucking Cat in the Hat basically being Loki.
Yeah.
You can't
Like-
shapeshift.
He's tricking the kids. He doesn't actually want, like, all this chaos to happen, but he's trying to teach them a lesson about, like, you can have fun, but you have to know how.
Mhm. So it's like the kids
Gage,
taking.
please just say that out loud.
I also wanted everyone in the chat to see it, but hear me out. Loki from the Marvel Cinematic Universe versus Cat in the Hat. Who wins?
Are we going with our version of Cat in the Hat or the original Cat in the Hat?
I mean, if it's the original, I'm pretty sure, like, as powerful as Mike Myers, I'm pretty sure he'd be dead.
Or
But,
are
like,
we doing the
Chaos
animated
Entity.
Cat in the Hat?
Oh, anime cat. Shit. Yeah. Animated's probably pretty powerful as well.
I mean, animated Cat in the Hat went against the Grinch, and they both were, like, pretty strong in that.
I need a paper on their power level on my desk by tomorrow.
So I feel like Cat in the Hat versus Loki would be actually a pretty, like, well-matched fight. Cat in the Hat has a lot of tools at his disposal. And it's like, what is a god to a cat?
Yeah.
Somebody, please, start working on the Susian cinematic universe.
I'm just imagining the cat just like. I like the idea of cat. Like if they ever do like a modern interpretation of Cat in the Hat, they should give him cat elements besides just being like some dude that's a cat.
So basically, making the Cheshire Cat like
just like he does like the normal thing he usually does, but just some actual cat elements. Like he like just intermittently gets caught like he'll do like cat noises or something, or like just start bapping at things suddenly.
Manny, you're a furry.
Mildly, yes.
Mildly.
So wait. Question.
In like the safe for work sense, yes.
Manny, when you say that, are you imagining him as like his cartoon form, or are you imagining him as like the Anthro Mike Myers form?
The
if it's
cartoon
the Mike Myers
form, because Mike Myers form would be weird as hell.
Yeah, I don't want Mike Myers like rubbing up against my leg.
We don't want that freaking like Cats 2020 movie to be like. Actually, no, that's an entirely different monster.
Yeah.
Don't be mean to the Cats movie. They're trying their hardest.
I still think they could have given like I understand like the whole aesthetic of like making them human because that's what they did in the play. But
but like they didn't give them big hair like in the play.
Yeah,
that's my one gripe. You can have them look weird. I don't give a shit. But they don't have big hair, and that is the fatal mistake.
But big hair kind of like lessens the effect. Like now that they got like the short hair like normal cats do, no. I personally think they could just go just a touch more furry. Like just they're walking cats. They could make them just a touch more with like a muzzle or something. Just
it's the same reason the Gem and the Holograms remake does not work.
I think they just need hair.
Like we're cycling back to that. The Cat in the Hat Mike Myers did better with that than the Cats movie.
Hashtag let furries design things.
Yes.
God. For real though.
Yeah.
We're
like if it's anything, if it's anthro animals, let them do it.
All four of us are not at all biased, right?
No.
Yeah, not at all. Yeah.
Actually, wait. That might be dangerous because I don't want to know what an actually fuckable Cat in the Hat looks like. That's.
Oh no.
Well, not safe for work.
You're right. Get furries that.
I'm not saying like I'm not saying
for
intentionally.
Furry.
I'm saying like you let a furry design him and it's like, no, he's not safe for work. But it's like, have you seen Tony the Tiger?
Well,
that's not designed by a furry.
Designed by a furry.
Maybe not at the time, but you're gonna tell me that whoever designed that didn't down the road figure something out about themselves?
That's a good point.
I mean, the guy who designed Astro Boy ended up a furry.
Yeah.
And he's the father of anime, so
all anime.
A hero to us all.
If you like anime, you're secretly a furry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
A lot of them aren't secretly. So.
You're not wrong. All right.
Yeah.
Should we
probably leave it? Should we probably leave it on on a fuckable Cat in the Hat for the audience to imagine?
No. I think he should just be cute.
Yeah, that'd be better.
Just a cute cat, like kind of like I could design him. I can draw cute anthro cats.
I would be interested to see a more
Cats on
modern
two
take
legs.
on him that is like just cute.
He's
That'd be
like
nice.
he's an actual cat, but like
Yeah.
standing on 2 legs. That's it.
Oh, that's
like
adorable.
yeah, just but like
If
A
only-
literal cat in a hat.
but like
if
they
only-
do they tweak the CGI, like they do a little bit of CGI just so it's like an actual
No,
cat
just
standing on 2
animated.
legs. Yeah,
Fuck, I'm fucking sick of the live action shit. Stop. Just
Animation!
make animation. Please stop making it. Stop trying to murder it. Let it live. Let it thrive. You fucking cowards.
Just a little cat
I'm
who's
gonna
like,
fucking
hello.
bite your teeth out, Hollywood. Fucking get it together. God. Fuck.
Hello, I'm the cat in the hat. Are you ready for chaos?
I'm the
like
I
I'm just
want that. I want that.
I'd be like, I personally would be like, oh my god, you're adorable, sweetheart baby cat. I'm gonna. And like the cat's just like does just I don't know, like it would be like the modern take of just like cat doing actual cat things.
Yep.
And they're an actual cat, like a black cat with like
Just materializes the giant box in the living room and is like, ooh, what's this?
Yeah.
Didn't you put that there? Ooh, no.
Oh, this is
Don't you
actually
want to
current.
open it?
This is the. I feel like we are getting into Cheshire Cat territory, and I'm okay with that.
I'm good with that. Just, oh my god, don't make him have an Uru voice.
Too powerful. You're right.
yeah,
Please, God.
I'm just
It's
doing
so-
it as,
Baby-
like my cute
baby
cat
cat
voice.
in the hat, just
don't-
like baby cat in the hat.
Aw.
Baby Cat in the Hat for the
They can
TV.
market that. They marketed Baby Muppets. They can market Baby Cat in the Hat of just like this little kid.
Imagine Mike Myers.
No,
doing
it
an
would.
Uru
It would not
voice.
be Mike Myers. It would be a different dude doing the voice.
No.
It would probably be a lady actually doing the voice because they can do babies best for some reason.
That just
Anyway.
initiated my gag reflex gauge. That's not good audio. I'm sorry.
That's my goal.
Ugh.
Your goal
Why is that what
to
makes
this
you gag?
podcast.
I've said way worse things.
I know. But Mike Myers doing an ooh voice.
Ew.
Ugh. No. No.
Very
No.
psychedelic.
Okay, let's stop before it gets worse.
Let's stop while we're. Are we ahead?
Please, Manny. Please,
Yes.
take us out of this.
All right. This was Everything's the Same Except I Am Minnie.
And I am Nami or Mac. You can find me at NamiBut on Twitter.
I'm Gage, best known as Cat Comic Studio.
And I am a ninja, and this has been Everything is the Same Except. Tune in next week when we do, I was gonna say D&D except furries, but we've done that in the real
we?
life.
At least 3 times.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe
There
4.
aren't
It's
Technically.
Starfinder.
D&D. They're called Tabaxi.
Hell yeah.
Minecraft
That is
except
all of my
it's
characters.
furries.
There you
There
go.
we go.
That's custom
That-
skins.
Should yes.
Welcome
Alright,
to
what's a game
Furcraft.
that doesn't allow customizations? Wind Waker, except it's all furries.
There we go.
Wait, no, that's
Yeah.
already like half the cast.
Woohoo.
Damn it!
No, you're saying it's all furries, so it's still
Oh,
different.
okay. Yeah, we're good.
There's all furry. Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, well, bye.
Bye.
bye!
Sorry for your nightmares.
Wait,
No.
what's this? Is this the ending? Or is it your